Okay, stage 3, refining. A lot of people fall into this misconception, myself included, that it is easy breezy, smooth sailing, hoist the colours, where be me Oscar, where be me BAFTA, where be me awards, where be me dream jobs. That's not how it works. Stop it. Get some help. An agent does not guarantee success. Now, don't get me wrong, it's by far one of the hardest things to do so far. You've convinced someone influential in the industry to emotionally invest in you and believe in your skills so much that they want to make money with you, and in exchange, you get access to exclusive auditions. That's no easy feat. But this doesn't mean that you can just sit around and wait whilst you hope for auditions to rock up. No. All that having an agent means is that you now have somebody fighting with you in your corner.
Me?
Where stage 1 is about discovery and trying new things, stage 3 is about specialization and practice. That's the main gist. Because it's what agents need you to do in order to send you the right auditions. It's also what casting directors need in order to see what you bring to the table.
Thank you!
Bit of a fun fact, casting directors overall have different objectives to agents in what they want to see and what they want to hear. Agents, by and large, are intrigued by diversity, especially when they see something new that they may not have on their roster of actors. Look, I've been privileged enough to be born into a relatively multicultural family and live in multiple places around the world. What this means is that I am one of these accent freaks who can pretty much nail any accent that I hear, that can replicate what I hear very well, and can replicate specific pronunciation very well. Now, you may be thinking to yourself, well, ain't that just lovely for a voice actor? That sounds absolutely cracking, like a deep sea monster. No, I says. That's not very good at all, and here's why. Agencies were enthralled, shall we say, by my mastery of most voices that are ethically appropriate for me to do. Apart from Wales. Sorry, I've never been able to crack that accent, ever. Maybe one day. So, because of this enthrallment, I was signed to an agent with my reels showing my wonderful vocal diversity. But after I was signed, casting directors, I just couldn't pin down my voice. Well, that's kind of what I wanted, right? To me, that shows ingenuity. It shows I can take a curveball. Surely casting directors will see it the same way, throw me my dream role for the job that I wanted. It'll never happen. Not today, not tomorrow.
Not ever.
It just didn't. They did not. Instead, all I got was, oh, dear gods and Talos himself, how many voices can this one man do? And which one is in fact his voice? Oh my goodness, there's just too many options. Let's just go for the one-trick pony guy that we always choose. It's the devil we know rather than this devil that we don't. Casting directors just want straightforward voices. They tend to prioritize real, believable performances where story and character are key, and where sound effects and 1,000 different voices here, there, and everywhere aren't. Especially if the actor, me, and you are focusing on getting the accent right and not focusing enough on the story and the believability of our performance. It's as simple as that. Now, bear in mind, I am speaking from a video games and animation perspective. Corporate and advertising can also be about believability, but more so from the angle of selling the product, of having something to sell. I can honestly say that I have never had full immersion in an advert. I always feel like I'm being pitched something or that they're trying to sell me something. You know exactly the adverts I'm talking about. Have you ever been cuckolded by a friend because you saw his cousin at their wedding and decided to kiss their dad? That's how it feels to drive a Ford F-250. Whereas I definitely have felt 100% immersed in an audiobook, in a video game, in an animated series, especially ones that have been done very well. And so to me, video games and animation require a different level of caliber for the escapism needed. And so I focused on a niche. Mine specifically was US and Southern African voices. I'm still doing that to this day. In London, the US accent, general American, has been tried and truly practiced by a lot of people, and I can do it pretty well. But I was born in the States, so I have a bit of a head start. With regards to Southern African voices and South African voices, I have never, seriously, never heard a genuinely accurate or good South African accent from somebody outside of SA.
I can start off all right, and it's not too bad, but it doesn't take very long, and suddenly I'm from Dudley.
If you think you could do one just because you went to Cape Town one time and practiced for the entire holiday, trust me, you're not that guy, pal.
Trust me, you're not that guy.
I'm that guy. So, moral of the story. Now that you have an agent, you need to refine your skills to a fine point so that you can cut off a section of the market that you can hit with your voice. And from here on out, it's pretty much stage 3 in perpetuity, forever and ever and ever and ever and ever. Because as you change and as you age, your voice matures. So might your niches change. So definitely will the roles that you audition for change. They have to. And as voice actors, it's kind of our job to keep up to date and up to scratch with the changing of times, to refine new things about our voice and to learn new things about the industry standard. And that constant sense of update and change really excites me, and it's something that I find really enthralling and intriguing. And that's pretty much the end of Voice Acting 101. A nice basic overview of the beginning of the industry, how to start, how to get an agent, how about to go and approach that. If you've made it this far IRL, you've put into practice what we've talked about, well done. To me, that's some of the hardest stages that you've hurdled yourself over. And now it's just about keeping up that momentum. Have a look at my channel for more studio shenanigans and what we get up to. I've got quite a few things planned. Check to see if you're subscribed, and if you haven't, consider it. Please. Well, that's that. I'll see you later, alligators. Always water your plants. Otherwise they die. Funny that.